Where would you characterize the offensive line at this point?
Well, we're further ahead than we were last year,
Yeah.
middle season. I don't think there's any question about that. Knock on wood, we're healthy. We hadn't been healthy in 2 years, spring ball or fall ball. We're healthy. We're further along now, in my opinion, than we were middle of the season last year already.
Do you have some competitive situations, which
Sure.
I would imagine you really want?
There's 8 guys right now that can play in a game and play just fine. It could be 10 before it's all said and done. Just don't know yet because they haven't picked the system up. So I haven't seen them play without having to think. But years ago we used to have 8-10 guys that could play in a game. But we haven't had that in a while. But maybe now we'll have that again.
Don't want to overstate a guy, but it sure looks like, and I know he's a true freshman, but it sure looks like Jack Endean came in here different than you would expect most freshmen to come in. I mean, he's running some second team, which
mature level, his maturity, I guess I should say, is different than most high school. The two kids, and Jakobe is at center's doing good. Both high school kids. The most difficult position for a guy to come in is clearly the offensive line. Now, mentally, maybe quarterback, but quarterbacks don't get hit. Offensive linemen are in the hand-to-hand combat. But Jack is very mature and is getting out there he's repping some with the 2, so he's getting thrown around. But he's further ahead, and Jakobe the same. Jacoby's come in and done really well for a high school player. Has to snap, point things out, extremely difficult. So we're pleased with both those guys.
Obviously, we typically hear a lot of how important it is for skill position players to come in, a semester early. For those offensive linemen, how big is them coming in the spring instead of the fall?
Well, 2 things for them. One, they get to train with Coach Glass, which both of those guys, just use them as an example, Jakobe and Jack were in really good physical condition and have discipline enough to train on their own, but it's not the same as being here with us. So that's one advantage. Second advantage is they get to go through spring. They're getting a lot of reps, and they see the speed and the power that it takes to be successful down in that area. And so there's no substitute for it. Like, you can tell them, but it's not the same. So when they come back in August, they've already been through it all, so they should be able to take strides much quicker.
You've seen Jakobe play, a few times as walking for your son. Has he surprised you since he's been here, or is it not the same?
Now, Jacoby's highly intelligent. As soon as he walked on campus in January, I think he was the 3rd strongest player on our team. So he has 2 good things, categories that you want to play that position. And he's very low-key, very laid back, and very humble. So I've seen this for a number of years now. I've been watching him since he's been this tall. He'll be a great addition for us, just like Jack.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.